Recording live from the Northeast Georgia Business RadioX studio, this is Northeast Georgia Business Radio presented by Regions Bank. Start building your financial confidence at Regions Bank. Member FDIC and equal housing member. Welcome back, folks, to Northeast Georgia Business Radio. I'm your host, Tom Sheldon, and coming to you live from the beautiful Empower College and Career Center of Jackson County. I have with me a couple guests. In from Athens, the great classic city right down the road. I love Athens. I have with me today, I'm going to try to get all these names, and there's a lot of names, a lot of titles going on here. They're laughing already at me. They know I'm going to mess this up. Family Connection Communities in School of Athens. I have with me Erin Thompson Podvin and Jennifer Griffeth. Ladies, welcome to the Northeast studio.
Thank you.
Thank you. Excited to be here.
Did I hit it right?
Yeah.
You hit it right.
I got it right?
It is a mouthful.
It is.
All right, let's end the show now while way ahead. I'm ahead on points.
If you hear us say FCCIS, it's because we too think it's
Oh.
You are
There's a
allowed
code
to,
I don't know about.
Yeah.
We're letting you in.
I better just stick with Family Connection Communities and School of Athens before I start throwing F's and
Communities
C's
in
and
schools.
schools.
Yes.
Well, see, now there's no S on my guest info sheet.
Got you.
Wow.
Yes, because we're in multiple schools.
Of course you are. In Athens.
In Athens.
You know, normally in the sound world, the world I live in, when there's like someone left an S off, I blame it on the sound guy.
Okay.
So we'll blame it on the sound guy.
Okay.
Since he was late today.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
His trip to Bojangles took 4 hours.
Yes.
God love him.
Yes. Got to get those
Oh, see?
bow rounds.
And then he reacts. Can't take the joke.
Hey, where's my button for sound noises?
I know.
Trust me, I want one too. So, ladies, what are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about stuff.
Yeah.
Family Connection.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Erin, you are the brand new, shiny new penny.
Yes.
Executive Director.
Yes.
Does that make you the boss? Everyone's got to be nice to you?
Technically, I don't know if everybody has to be nice to me.
But they should be.
I mean, I hope we'll all be nice to each other.
You never know.
Some days are better than others, I suppose. Yes, that does technically make me the boss or the captain or of the ship or whatever.
The one that gets
analogy.
blamed the most? Mm-hmm. All the above, yeah.
Ready to block and tackle.
Really?
Welcome to that journey.
Really?
Yeah.
You look like you're in good shape. You can handle it.
I try. I got in some burpees this morning.
You're going to have to.
Yep. You never know. I am the new, and when we say new, it is the 3 weeks young new.
I knew it wasn't long.
Yeah, and then
long.
in full honesty, I am working alongside the elder statesman, Tim Johnson, who has been our leader for 33 years.
I've only heard good things about Tim, and I mean that.
Yes.
I've never met the man. If I have, forgive me.
He's kind of like a legend.
He is a legend.
Local
You don't have
legend.
to meet him.
No.
You just know him.
You
he's
never
been
called a superhero. He's been called
Yeah.
many things, good things. But
He's about to be called retired.
He
Bless
is about
him
to
for
be
that.
called retired. And
Bless him for that. He deserves it.
That's the title he's most excited about. So yes, Tim has been leading the charge for over 3 decades. I thought, why don't I sign up for this? I have my connection to Family Connection Communities and Schools spans almost 20 years. So
Okay.
I first met Tim in 2006, working collaboratively, and that is something you'll hear us talk about a lot, collaboration.
Sure.
I was, at that time, working in the Clark County School District with a program called Even Start Family Literacy, and we collaborated with Family Connection in our non-traditional high school. It was called Classic City High School, to open some early learning classrooms so that mamas, daddies, guardians could either work on their adult basic education, ESL, or GED, and have a place for their children to be during that time.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. Which goes to our focus is children and how we can improve outcomes for children and their families.
Which
So,
ultimately improves the community.
correct.
Call it what it is.
Yeah.
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 No smoke and mirrors there.
No.
Now, Jennifer, how in the
Yes.
world do you fit into all this? What are you directing? You're developing.
I am the Director of Development, and basically my role is to spread the word about Family Connections, Communities, and Schools of Athens. Let them know that we are there, and we are there to help the children of Athens, and basically grow our strategic partners and collaborations.
Nice. Grow those partners. I like that. What does a day in the life of either of you or both of you look like? That's a loaded question. I love asking.
yeah.
I always get a laugh.
3 weeks in,
An uncomfortable laugh.
yeah, she's 3 weeks in.
She's still on honeymoon stage.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm 10 months in. So
You're technically still in honeymoon stage,
yeah,
too.
Yeah, well, I'm a little past it, but we are getting there. It's exciting. My daily thing is to work with. I work with the ambassadors at the chamber. I work with different networks with partnerships and strategic action teams to effectively reach our goals. And then I work with the board, what we need to do for our fundraising efforts and try to lead them in that and guide them in that. I also work with our marketing and collaborations.
You're like the glue, the bridge that keeps everyone together. Is
Try
that
to
a
keep
good?
that
Is that a
motor
good
running.
way? Is that a good way to put it?
Yeah, I'm more like the oil, I guess, not
oil.
the glue. I just keep things moving.
You keep it moving.
Keep it moving, keep it going smoothly.
Jennifer also chairs our resource development committee. We have board members that serve there, again, for fundraisers and initiatives, raising awareness. We did laugh. A typical day, again, being still a newbie, it really can look different from day to day.
I imagine it
I'll tell
would.
you yesterday.
In 5 years, it probably will.
And yesterday's a great example. We're in the midst of summer, and the summer camp schlep is very real. I have a 6 and 8 year old. Got them picked up, and then got a call from Tim, and off we were to the mayor and commission meeting last night because we received funding from Athens Clarke County. My husband is traveling, so the boys packed up their summer reading books and some Kindles and some snacks, and off we went to the mayor and commission meeting. So you never know,
Off you go.
Yeah, off we go. We're, starting them young in the political process, but then I definitely came behind that with some ice cream when it was over.
That I don't want to say ice cream makes it all better because there's jokes about stuff like that, but it does.
It helps.
Really does. It really does help.
It does help. I am working both with our team, supporting and leading our team, our staff, which is growing, and we'll be happy to share about that more as, as we move on.
We'll get to
and
that.
then with our board of directors, really working between the two. I have my seat at the invite of the board.
Nice.
so
You still
I
are
am
new at this.
accountable.
You're still new at this.
I am accountable to them and accountable to make sure that we're meeting our goals and trying to continue to foster collaborations around the community, keep all the parts moving forward. Some people would say spin plates. Some people in any number
Be
of
the
those
oil.
analogies. Be the oil.
There you go.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that analogy, I must say, but that was good.
Jennifer's a car girl.
Are you really?
Actually.
Bless you for that.
I
I'm a car guy, so
Yeah, in my past, I was ASE certified
technically you still are.
technician. Yeah, well, I let that license expire,
Sure.
but yeah.
Once you were, you
I
always
passed
were.
that test, and it was a hard one, but
Oh yeah, it is. Okay, I guess and I'm not putting words in mouths. The ultimate mission is literacy.
No.
You mentioned goals. Okay, then what is?
success of children.
Yes, success of children. And
Okay, and literacy is a part of that,
100%.
but not
it's
all of it.
Not all of it. And often our focus is on those how do we support those non-academic needs? So a child who maybe they're not meeting their academic goals at school. Well, what's the underlying cause of that? Are they hungry? Are they sleeping on the floor?
So you
Are
go into
they-
those issues.
Yes, those are
The
our issues.
underlyings.
Yes, the underlying.
Sometimes the things no one really wants to admit or talk about.
100%.
Wow, that's good.
So in the schools with our school-based site coordinators, they are working on those things. Is it Rodney at Gaines School who's getting mattresses donated? Is it Tamara at Holston who is getting backpacks so they have school supplies so they can do their work in the places where when families are pinched, they have to make hard decisions about where their dollars go.
Pay the rent, keep the lights on,
And those are some things we also help with those
fix
kind
the
of
cars so they can get to work.
so they can get there.
Yeah.
It's chicken and egg. Kiddos coming to school hungry.
Yeah.
That summer is panic time for so many people because all of a sudden
Resources stop.
Resources stop. My child had consistency. They got breakfast, lunch, probably an afternoon snack at school. There was childcare from 8 o'clock-ish in the morning until almost 6 at night if they were involved in an after-school program. And now we've got to figure this out. Oh, and P.S., all these summer programs, by and large, cost money. Rodney's running a camp right now where some of our students can attend and they have access to that and somewhere to be. So we're hitting on a lot of those in the schools. We're hitting on those, reducing those barriers so that we aren't seeing the truancy. We aren't seeing these kids lagging in academic outcomes compared to their peers. And then our neighborhood leaders are out in the community, and we have 19 folks on that team, well, 20 with Terrace leading the charge, our director of neighborhood engagement, but we have 17 full-time neighborhood leaders and 2 part-time folks who work with SNAP outreach, SNAP being, some would know SNAP as formerly called food stamps. And so they are meeting, if you think of our site coordinators addressing those needs with the kiddos in the building, then when we go and leave school, now let's pick up and address some of those needs with families. And that, again, could be we're unhoused. We need workforce development so we can attain a job that has a livable wage. We need access to SNAP so we can feed our family, things like that.
Now, you brought up the summer camp. I got to know a little bit about summer camp.
This is where I'm going to have to claim
What kind of
newness
camp?
and
What
naivete.
kind of camp is it?
He's collaborating at one of our local community centers. He's working with one of our local, like our leisure services in Athens, Clark County, to have kiddos there so they get to be involved. It's some enrichment. It's it's some of it. It's fun because it's summer, but it's also a place for them to be that's safe, where they get a meal, where
Nice.
mom, dad, parent, guardian, whoever is taking care of this kiddo can get to their job.
Right.
So
I like it. We're going to take a really, really quick break.
Awesome.
Or play a clip of one of our community partners, and then we're going to talk about all your partners.
Okay.
Segue. One of our greatest community partners, Bottom Line Tax Solutions. Jacqueline and her team at Bottom Line consistently save their clients money in taxes. So ask yourself, are you paying too much in taxes? You probably are. Bottom Line specializes in the 3 P's of income tax: tax preparation, tax planning, and tax problem solving. Visit bottomlinega.com today. And while you're at it, visit our new website, negabrx.com, to see all our new great community partners. Ladies, you still there?
We're
We're
here.
here.
Good. Big thank you to Bottom Line Tax Solutions for being one of our original community partners and re-upping for yet another year. They're awesome.
That is awesome.
And they keep
Yeah.
they keep my producer and I out of jail,
Yes.
which is even better.
And they have a beautiful logo on your wall.
Don't they, though?
They do. I
do.
like your wall.
The community partner wall is awesome.
Yes.
All right, what were we talking about? We're talking about helping out the kids, getting to underlying problems that causes the bigger
Yeah.
picture to be a problem. What else do we need to talk about? You have a lot of partners, do you not? Throughout the community. You probably can't do what you do without them. I know that from experience on my end. I can't do this without my community partners.
100%.
Who can we brag about?
One of our largest community partners, I say, would be the Clark County School System.
Yes.
So that would be one that I would throw a lot of accolades
yeah.
to. And then we have St. Mary's Healthcare, and then we also have Piedmont Athens Regional, and then we work a lot with the University of Georgia and their partners through their School of Social Work. So those are a lot of our major players. A lot of times serve on a lot of our strategic action teams,
Yes.
which go and advocate and look through that data to find where those services are needed.
Yeah.
The most need, sure.
Their support on those strategic action teams is probably the most integral part
Yeah.
for us.
Yeah.
What kind of dedication does that take to be on a strategic, what do you say, strategic something team?
Strategic action teams.
That one.
We have 5, and so whatever, there's different segments. Some are
Sure.
healthcare, some are education.
Safety.
Safety is one. Food.
Food insecurity.
Insecurity is another. Anybody can be a part of
Sure.
that. You can go to our website, fc-cis.org, and look up strategic action teams, and you can sign up to be on one of those.
So you're always taking volunteers,
Yes.
basically.
And they meet
Absolutely.
monthly. And then there's some folks that we ask, strongly encourage, those critical partners that we
Right.
really need those voices at the table. We're in the community and trying to improve, the collective well-being of our whole community. So certainly we value and need that community input.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the boots on the ground, I would imagine.
Yeah. And that's where our neighborhood leaders and our site coordinators, but our neighborhood leaders, when you think about being out in the community, and I want to say it the way they say it because it's so beautiful, of, in, and for the community. Many of our
with.
neighborhood leaders, they live in the same neighborhoods. They are the people they serve. That, when you talk about boots on the ground, we really give you an example. Got a call from Leisure Services yesterday. They're doing a community plan around all the parks in our community and, all the spaces that people can recreate. And they're asking, they need people to fill out the survey, and they want the input of stakeholders and people who will be availing themselves of those spaces. So they said, any chance you can get that in front of the neighborhood leaders, so our neighborhood leaders can then take that into their neighborhoods and just amplify the traction that maybe if it was only on the Leisure Services website, or you know how they say someone has to hear something a certain amount of times for it to, so maybe it came in your water bill, but then maybe you saw it on a website, or then maybe you heard it from a neighborhood leader and it starts saying, oh, this is, something that I need to pay attention to.
Starts to click. Yeah.
That is a way that there is something in Athens called the Athens Wellbeing Project that looks at, as the name would suggest, the well-being in different areas: healthcare, access to affordable housing, education, transportation. What else am I forgetting? I mean, living wage. We are a major collaborator on that, and our neighborhood leaders really help disseminate that information as well, because if you don't get the voices of the people.
Well, if you give the people something they don't want.
Exactly.
You've just wasted resources. You've probably irritated the people, which is never good for anybody.
Jennifer mentioned some of our key partners. I've mentioned them already, but we'd be remiss to not mention Athens Clarke County government. They are a key player in funding our Neighborhood Leaders program, just being a thought partner in the work we do every day in and around the community. And I would say, 90, 100 other partners.
We have over 100 organizations that we partner and collaborate
collaboratively.
Nice.
And some of those being nonprofits like the Food Bank of Northeast Georgia and
Council on Aging, our community foundation. We work closely with our community foundation. In fact, the executive director of Family Connection Communities and Schools has a seat at the table on the board of our community foundation. That's an interesting collaboration, because that gives us the ability to share. We're seeing the data, we're out there, the boots on the ground.
Right.
And then we can say to them, when they have someone for a donor advised fund, or they're thinking about what are strategic priorities for funding, we can bring that information. We can bring data that says these are places in our community that those dollars are going to make the most impact.
Right. Again, the right spot, the right thing. Super important. Rough estimate. How big is the sphere of influence, the web of leaders and directors and people making this happen? Several hundred, 1,000?
I would say over 2,000.
Oh my goodness, I missed it by a lot.
Yeah. And that's going off of data that we use and the percentage of the poverty level in Athens, the population of Athens Clarke County, and then doing 20% of that.
At least 2,000 people. Wow, that's a huge web of people.
That are impacted by the services that we offer.
Nice.
And the nonprofits and the strategic partners, entrepreneurs, businesses, city government officials.
Yeah.
We won't dive into it, but is homelessness and the poverty level a huge problem in Athens? Well, a lot of people think of Athens, they think of game day Saturday.
Right.
They think of going to dinner. They think of having a lot of fun.
Yeah. It's
The other side of it, though.
Yes, it is. I'll just speak. Athens Clarke County is one of the highest poverty rates.
Does it really?
in the state. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. It is a tough space. Where there's a pinch a lot is in affordable housing. And there's a lot of housing being built, but it isn't always necessarily the housing that families who are working and living in the community can afford.
Right.
And so a lot of folks are being priced out. And that makes it hard. If I work at a business in Athens, but I am now having to commute in, even if it's a contiguous county, still I'm coming from Jackson, I'm coming from Barrow, I'm coming, from somewhere outside every day. That's gas money. That's time. It's hard.
It sounds like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it is for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Before we get out of here, what does the future look like? We got some programs,
Yeah.
new programs coming up.
Exciting new programs. We're
Jennifer
so excited
jumped at that.
about them.
She is
Yeah.
excited
Yeah,
about it.
go ahead, Erin. I'll let you take that.
One of the biggest things is, our team is growing immensely. Jennifer and I are going to have 10 new colleagues in the very short future. Our organization has been named, we are the pilot for a statewide program. It's the first ever in the state of Georgia. It is called Thrive, and it is infant toddler court. So we are working with our local juvenile court. Our juvenile court, one of our judges, Amanda Trimble, she's amazing. She is right there in lockstep with us, locking arms. We're working with early learning programs in our county, Early Head Start. We are working collaboratively. We just hired our Thrive coordinator. that will be leading the charge, and we are working on making sure that kiddos that are born into a situation where maybe there's addiction, either by the parent or even sometimes the baby at birth or toddler, our goal is reunification, but to do that in a way that the family is set up for success and has the resources they need to be successful. And then, do you want to talk about the funding we got for?
We received a grant from the Balmer Group through our Communities in Schools partnership, and it is going to allow us to pay part of the salaries for eight new site coordinators and a program manager.
Yes.
So we currently have
Congratulations on
2 site coordinators in the school systems of Athens, Clarke County, but now we're expanding to 8 more schools.
Or 8 more folks in 6 more schools.
6 more schools.
Yeah, because the high schools have 2 each. So from 2 to 10 that are
Yay.
direct service in the schools as site coordinators, and as Jennifer said, a program manager who will lead the chart, keep all those plates spinning, because
A
that's
bunch more
10
plates.
volts. Yeah.
Several new plates spinning.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great
yeah.
time to bring you in.
Yeah.
Just
Ooh,
off the street.
Just nothing like a brand new program.
We don't
brand
have
new
really a
folks.
handbook on this, so you get to figure it out as we go. You can handle it.
Yeah, we
You
got
can
it.
handle it. You both can handle it. I know you can both
We got
handle
it. We got it.
Now, before we get out of here, Jennifer, you write grants, do you not?
I do.
Awesome.
I do. I have written
Any recent success, shall we say?
Well, I was part of the grant writing process, gave us the grant for Balmer Group.
Nice.
And that was very great. I'm sorry about that. But
No, man. No, by all means. We are here to brag on you.
And then
Take the credit. You deserve it.
I just finished writing one that I received a grant for what we're going to call Know Your Type, for a summer program that we're going to start. It's going to start in August, and then we should finish it up August of next year. But that was from CVS.
Awesome.
That is going to fund that initiative.
And
So
that's
it's
tied to
very exciting.
diabetes education, right?
yes.
As in Know Your Type for diabetes.
Perfect.
So we're really excited to launch that.
Congratulations.
in
Yeah.
August.
Yeah, Jennifer's helping, and resource development is pivotal. We have
Yeah.
CIS, Communities in Schools, is a national program, and we work with Communities in Schools of Georgia. Family Connection is a statewide. We receive federal dollars, we receive state dollars, we receive local government dollars. We can't do all of our work without the support of many and diversified sources, right, Jennifer?
Correct.
Well, you're doing a great job by the sounds of things.
Well, thank you.
Do we have a website? I know we have a website.
Yes, as I said before, it is fc-cis.org.
CIS.org. FC-CIS.org.
I don't think we have any event to put out there right now with a date, but we want people to pay attention to our site for upcoming
Yes,
events. Yeah.
share our website.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Help spread the word.
Yeah.
You're on Facebook,
That-
LinkedIn?
Yes.
Yep.
Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram.
All of them.
All of them.
Nice. I hear you.
All of them.
So people can find you.
Yeah.
But now they need to look for FC-CIS.
Yes.
Athens.
.org.
Just fc-cis.org.
All right, for the website, but I mean for social media.
Oh, yeah.
FC-CIS.
FCCIS of Athens.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Or they could just, I guess, Google the whole thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or we could just give out Jennifer's personal cell phone number
Well,
right now.
I actually like Jennifer, so I'm not going to do that.
No, we're not going to do
We're not
that.
going to do that. So, Erin, what's yours? No.
Oh,
I'm
right.
kidding. I'm
555
Yes.
5555.
All fives.
8675301.
Yeah. 8675309.
They're playing my music, ladies. That means I have to wrap up.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you, Erin. Jennifer, great job. Music's really loud. That's all right. I can talk over it. FC, so it gets louder. FC-CIS.org. Check out what they're doing, folks. I'm Tom Sheldon. We'll talk to you soon.
Savings goals keeping you up at night? Let a Regions banker help you build a Regions Greenprint plan, a free financial roadmap personalized for what matters to you. Start building your financial confidence. Visit Regions.com to find a branch near you. Regions Bank, member FDIC.